Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new and have never been to my channel, my name is Madison Feemster. So for today's video, I thought I would do a story time. And so this story time is gonna be my coming out story. So I've kind of have always had a feeling that I liked girls, but I never really knew until this certain moment. So when I was in 8th grade, the summer of me going into 8th grade, I met this girl online. We'll call her Tiffany. So Tiffany and I was like 12 and she was 13, and so we got to know each other a little bit like throughout the year. And then it was like spring break of my 8th grade year, and something was wrong with my phone. Like I had to back it up or something, and sorry, hold on. So I was a period. It was a time period of me not talking to her, because we used to talk like every day constantly, and so I realized like, oh my god, I like her, like I have feelings for her. So when I finally got my phone back, I told her like, look, I know you don't like girls, but I have feelings for you. And so she kind of thought this over, and so she decided she wanted to give it a try, and we started dating. So for a few months, like 2-3 months, we started dating, and we broke up because she was in love with somebody else. Heartbreaking, I know. And it kind of like hurts when sometimes like she comes back into my life and I hear about it. Like every time I talk to her, I always think of how she hurt me, how she affected me, because she like doesn't that hurt when you start to tell somebody that you love them, and then all of a sudden they tell you that they're in love with somebody else? Like that hurts. That's like it's like a knife stabbing in your heart over and over again. So I didn't really talk to her for like a while because it hurt. But eventually I started talking to her again, and I don't know why I do, because it hurts every time I think about it, because sometimes I like those feelings that how I used to feel about her, they come back sometimes, and it really shouldn't, because she's a bad person. She's awful. And okay, well, she actually messaged me on my birthday, which was last week, and we started talking again, and I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm sure you're probably shaking your head at me, but she hasn't talked to me because of whatever. She always makes up excuses anyway. But so that's how I kind of started to figure out, like, yeah, I do start liking girls. And so not until like a couple months ago, like the ending of my sophomore year in high school, my English teacher, I'm calling him Mr. G. We'll call him Mr. G because I don't know. Mr. G told us to write a poem about just about anything. We could write about anything. So I was like, you know what? Like it's time to finally just come out to people about how, like, what I feel about people. So I made a poem about me saying like that I'm bisexual, and well, I shouldn't say bisexual, but I don't know. We'll get into that later. But I said that I didn't just like guys. I liked everything. And so people started accepting me more and more, and like they told me they were proud of me. And so one day, my mom didn't know about this, but I told her one day that because I wanted to wait for her to, because I turned in my poem, but I never got it back. So I told her, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. So I told her, and she kind of had a feeling about it. Everybody that I tell, they kind of always had a feeling that I've liked girls, like anything of the opposite gender or anything. But yeah, my mother is my number one supporter. She is the reason why, like, it's okay for me to talk about these things, to come out about everything, because so my story's over, but I just want to say, if you're struggling to come out, don't struggle. Love is love, no matter what gender, no matter what you identify as, nothing. It's love is love. You are going to love who you love. Your heart, what you feel is towards another person. You can't stop that feeling, and you should tell that person. I get it, sometimes it's hard to not tell that person, but I promise you, it feels so much better once you get all that stuff off your chest. Whatever you like, you love, and you get it off your chest, it's so much better. When I told people that I was bisexual, I felt so opened and welcomed, and when all that stuff started to open up, it was like a huge family just welcomed me in big arms. So I'm saying this now, and I'm saying this forever, that people sometimes are not going to accept you for who you are, but that's okay. That is okay, because we don't need them. We can have another person. It can always be a friend, a family member, a stranger. I mean, don't go to some weird stranger, but I'm saying, you know what I mean. Just, there is always gonna be somebody for you, and there's always gonna be somebody who's gonna welcome you. And don't be afraid. Don't. Because I was afraid. That was creepy as shit. Okay. But don't be afraid. Just don't be. You're gonna be okay. And yeah. I've always been passionate about love, because love is an amazing thing. And when you find somebody to share that love with you, it's like a whole new beginning, a whole new chapter for you and your soulmate. So yeah, if this video was for you, give it a like, a comment, make sure to subscribe. Everybody, you're so beautiful, you're so welcomed, and I hope you like this video. Stay tuned.